All right, we made it. See,
There.
you guys on Kumu. What's up, guys? Welcome. Hey, Tristan. You guys on Kumu. All right. Hello, everyone joining us wherever you are. If you're watching us on whether it's Facebook, Kumu, LinkedIn Live, make sure to share the live. Please send us some hearts. If you're excited to hear from our dashing entrepreneurs, I might say. And no, I'm not talking about Kristen and me, but you can catch us every week. Hey, Nico, how's it going?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for having
Awesome.
us.
Yep, yep. Hey, Ragda. I think you're muted. Ragda, I think you're muted.
Reg, there you're muted.
There you go.
Yep.
Sorry.
There you go.
There.
As
Hello.
Pawi and Tristan.
Is that I hope that's not coffee. Is that coffee?
It is. It is.
Wow. What? Everyone, do you hear this? If you want to be on the Forbes Asia's 100 to watch, you gotta drink coffee at 8. What time? What's your sleeping schedule? Oh gosh, I guess the interview just started.
Um. Well, it's very very errant. Like I have no specific and regular sleeping schedule. I usually do research, midnight, maybe
Hmm.
towards 3 a.m.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm more productive at those hours.
Hmm.
I think.
Okay, so it kind of looks like I'm getting a message from Tristan. Oh, we just got Tristan back.
Hey,
Yep,
I'm
yep,
back.
yep.
Sorry.
Welcome back. Okay, just in time. So while we
Oh my
have
god.
people here,
It's yeah, life problems, yeah.
right? While we have people and our audience here, I'm sure that they're waiting to hear from our guests, Nico and Ragde. Can either of you just tell everyone how they can check out ChatGenie and where they can follow you guys?
Yeah, so you can check out ChatGenie, of course, on our website. It's chatgenie.ph. You can also follow our social media accounts. We're very much active now. You can follow us on Facebook,
Mhm.
Instagram, and also on LinkedIn. You can also follow our and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more
Ooh,
information.
you guys are starting to turn out content
Ooh.
on YouTube. Like what kind of videos?
It's
Ano ba?
mostly
Vlog
how-to
style?
videos. I tried that. I tried that. So one of my
Really
idols
yet?
Yeah, one of my idols is Gary Tan, so I'm trying to copy
I
his
see.
approach, but on the
Awesome.
product side, yeah.
Nice.
Ooh. Well, I can't wait to hear how perhaps that somehow integrates into how you guys started this company, right? With that said, you know what? It's 8:08. Tristan, are we ready to start this interview? Cool.
Game. I think
Okay.
we've warmed up the room enough, yeah.
Yeah. So, hello, everyone. Again, this is Hustle Inside the Industry, where we talk to professionals and find out how they got here, why they're doing what they do, and what it takes to do it. So, we are live right now here on all Rappler channels, including Kumu, by the way. So, if you're streaming us on Kumu, please join in the conversation. We accept audience questions, shout outs, especially diamonds, by the way, if you like what you hear, of course. Tristan? Oh,
And like Pawi mentioned, we're prioritizing the questions on Kumu. So can you hear me ba? It's a problem
yeah,
of live, yeah. So if you're
you're
not
good.
yet in Kumu, you can download the app Kumu. So that's Kumu. And when you do follow Rappler.com. So we spell out the dot. So that's Rappler DOTCOM.
And if you like this interview and you want to play it back in podcast form, just follow Hustle Inside the Industry on Spotify or any podcast platform. This episode comes out next Monday, September 6th. So, as always, this is Powie.
And this is Tristan. Like I'm quite delayed, but we are part of Rappler's Hustle team.
So, Tristan, we've been on a roll with tech startups lately. Last week, we had Fitness App Rebel. Before that, fintech company NextPay. And now we have a very young startup that had just been included in Forbes Asia's 100 to watch list. I'm talking about ChatGenie, everyone. ChatGenie is a
Nice.
one stop shop for all your e commerce needs. So, for everyone out there with an online business, I'm sure that's a bunch of you. You might want to listen in. Joining us today, we have co founders Ragdev Falsis and Nico. Nico Medes, co-founders of ChatGenie. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for
Hey
having us.
Hi,
Ragde. Hey
hello.
Nico. Musta?
Listen,
Welcome to the
these guys have
show.
these guys have the most
Thank you
interesting
for
names
having
we've had
us.
on the show.
Yeah.
Very catchy. Yeah.
Ano ba? Is it your first time like joining on Kumu? Like guesting on Kumu?
Super first
First time
time.
actually.
Super
Yes,
first
first
time.
time. I usually just watch. I usually just watch some
That's
friends
nice.
who are in on Kumu. So give
Supportive.
some, diamonds.
Yeah. Actually, I just
Yan! Parang ano na.
yeah. I just downloaded it for the sake of learning how it works, and maybe there are certain things that we can
Ooh.
copy from. Yeah.
Tristan, Tristan, you and I
Yeah.
have officially
So
entered
watch
into
us
the
young
R&D
Padawans. Di ba?
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yung nga eh. Sila na yung mga Padawans and we're now the... What do you call ano ba?
I have no idea.
The...
Gurus.
not yeah. Yeah, the goose guru, whatever. So anyway, so guys, before we actually go in the meat of the interview, so can you give us a short elevator pitch on like what is ChatGenie? Like how does it work?
Go
Well,
ahead, Ragde.
ChatGenie provides online store to businesses within Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Viber, Gcash, PayMy, and other super apps. In a nutshell, we are putting the Lazada and Foodpanda experience within our supported sales channels.
Mhm. And then I noticed
So
I
if
noticed. Oh, go Tristan. Go
Go
ahead.
Nico, yeah. No, go
yeah,
ahead,
no, so
Nico. I think
for
Nico's
example,
saying
if you have
something, yeah.
a Facebook page, that's where you can start. You can easily start a store inside your Messenger. We know a lot of
There you go.
businesses have Facebook pages, and they answer everything manually. They do everything manually. So if you want to automate your e-commerce experience, you can definitely sign up with ChatGenie. And again, it won't be just available in Messenger. You can also have it inside Gcash and Viber.
Perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're kind of like bringing all the apps. It's like the Infinity Gauntlet, Tristan. Anyway, Tristan is usually the one who makes the comic reference.
The comic
Anyway,
book references, yeah. Mamaya
yes,
promise, yung comic book reference ulit ako.
we'll see how this interview goes. But for now, let's take it all the way back, everybody, to your origin story, as Tristan would say.
Mm.
So, curious
Secret
to know about
origins.
each of you, like on a professional level, right? I don't know which one of you wants to go first, but why don't you share
Oh,
how each of you got started in business in general, and then how that both like ended up culminating into ChatGenie.
Yeah, I
okay.
think Nico, I
Well,
can
I'll
start.
start.
So
Yeah,
go ahead,
I'll
Nico. Go
start.
ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
I came from the advertising industry, and I actually met Ragde during one of our projects. So we were doing a project for a client, and we were looking to develop a website for this client. So that's how I met Ragde. That was actually like 2013, if I'm not mistaken, Ragde, correct?
Yeah,
That's back
2013.
in 2013. So he was a supplier, and we did some projects together, and that's how we actually met. We've had some, interesting conversations off work about, bringing forward something unique, a unique idea. And it took us how many years from since 2013? Sorry, I'm bad at math. So yeah, that's how we ended up here with ChatGenie.
Cool.
Yeah.
How about on your end?
So me, I started, being in the startup community in 2011 when the first startup week in Manila was
Oh, sorry. Can we just Nico, I think is that yours?
There, yeah, yeah,
All right,
that's
we good.
mine.
Okay,
Sorry.
right there.
yeah.
Let's take it.
So
Let's yeah.
going back. So when the first startup week in Manila was organized in 2011, so we joined that, and then at that time I was still teaching in University of Makati, teaching computer science. And then I took the leap finally in 2013 to create our own product. It's called Goriten. It's like a local version of Yelp. But the thing is, at
Oh.
that time, the investment community is virtually non-existent, so no one
Yeah.
can fund us. So enabled for us to
Mm.
continue and pay the bills. We accepted software development work, and that's how I met Nico. And then in 2018, we are actually in the middle of figuring out what we can do next, because obviously we are not doing this startup thing for the sake of just building softwares for others, right? So we want
Mm.
to develop our own product. And then 2018 is actually the peak of its hype. And that's how, we
Mhm.
came up with this product.
Nice. Tristan, you there? Oh no, I think Tristan's delayed a bit. Okay. Anyway, Tristan doesn't answer. I'm gonna take this next question. So anyway, fast forward, 2020 hits, and we see this in a lot of coverage on you because, as we mentioned, congrats again on the Forbes Asia feature. So apparently, you guys were founded just last year, a month
Okay,
before.
I have a question then. So like,
Oh,
you said
okay, there he is.
2018, but like, in write-ups on the internet. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, am I good?
Okay, now
Can
now
you
you're
hear me
Yes,
caught
right
up.
yes, yes.
now?
Now you're caught up. Go, Tristan.
Sige.
Go ahead. Sorry, guys. Some technical difficulties right now. I'm sure
Yeah, but
everyone is having.
I think
Yeah,
I get what Tristan was trying to ask earlier, but I'll see if I my answer is correct. Yeah, we
yeah,
actually
let's go.
started 2018. That's correct. ChatGenie was founded 2018, but initially it was a chatbot company, and not the current iteration. That's why we're called ChatGenie, because we started off as a chatbot company. But we saw that people are not ready for chatbots. Even with, for example, artificial intelligence, like conversing with robots, we found during the course of some projects that we did back then, people were not really ready to talk to a robot. So we iterated and we chanced upon this trend in China, specifically with WeChat, wherein they have, well, basically WeChat is the internet of China. They do
Yes.
everything there.
Yeah.
And the
Mini super
mini
app.
programs, yeah, the mini program that they have within WeChat, that's where we took the inspiration from.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Ragde, you want to add to that
Yeah.
first?
yeah, and then
Go.
that's how we actually came up with the mini program in 2020, and it happened to be like, we are in the right timing because we publicly launched it 2 weeks before the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that was my question, like the lockdown. Kasi, diba, you launched, well, the idea was already there around 2018, and then but you formally launched like a month before the pandemic. How did so how was like the whole experience of doing that? And like, did you see already that given all the changes in the market, like, of course right now we know it's of greater value, but like the whole process and like
Mhm.
how are the mini pivots within along the way basically?
like
Mhm.
like what the experience, right? So the experience is actually very welcoming. Prior to pandemic, the conversation goes something like, when are we going to go digital? Like
Mm.
Mhm.
they're this conversation convincing themselves whether digital is something like an optional kind of thing, or maybe it's something that we have to seriously pursue. With what pandemic actually provided is, it went from that kind of thinking to, hey, we need to go digital right now because we cannot accept walking customers. So with the introduction of ChatGenie, it's for us, it's not a hard sell anymore, right? Hey, if you want to sell online, then you have to really consider looking at solutions. And it happened that ChatGenie is available at the right time in this pandemic.
Did
Yeah.
parang this
Yeah.
did this realization like give you the added push? Like how did you really take that opportunity by its horns and capitalize on it?
Yeah, actually, when we launched it, as mentioned, right, we launched 2 weeks before the lockdowns. When we launched
Wow.
it, we weren't expecting a lot of traffic or interest about the platform. But soon as the lockdown hit, a lot of merchants, especially the small businesses, started inquiring about ChatGenie because again they can't sell offline, so they have to bring their business online to survive. And I think a lot of people also started, ideating and doing their own business, especially those who maybe have lost their jobs during the pandemic. So they started their own business and they use ChatGenie to integrate with their Facebook pages because that's the main channel that we started
Yeah.
in Facebook since everyone is there. So
Yeah.
that's how it happened. I think we didn't do a lot of pushing at the start because people were naturally looking for ways to go online.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I just want to recap the story here just to paint a clear picture, right? You had a chat bot app. Right? I'm not a tech person, okay? But I always love hearing about these like specific transformations given
Mhm.
like a certain platform and how like a lot of these platforms, even though they ultimately seem very different to end users and stuff, they actually just leverage the same technology. So again, you were a chat bot app, and then what part of like that foundation of that platform allowed you to become more than that and integrate you can process transactions, right, and like integrate these other apps. Can you just take us through that really quick?
Yeah.
And
Actually,
all
that's a
this
very
within a
good.
year, no?
Yeah.
All this within a year, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a very good question, Pawi, considering that you're not in tech, no? But yeah, so we developed a lot of features kasi already when we were still a chatbot platform. So, we have the dashboard already, the content management system where they upload the products. But the thing is, the way how we provide the end user solution, it's not chatbot anymore. So when we pivoted from being a chatbot platform to what we are right now, it seems like we already have the 50% of the product built. So all we need to do is to modify the way how we deliver the value in the end user side. We're in, of course, we have merchants, right? The actual users of our product. And then enable for ChatGPT to provide value to them, that's something that they use, right, to collect orders via our end user experience.
Mhm.
So we just develop it from being a chatbot way to the ones that you're seeing right now, wherein you just need to select products, add to cart, and then
Mhm.
continue with the transaction. And
Yeah.
actually, when it comes to general observation, what we found out is that it's easier to, tap buttons and products than to compose words just to tell a bot what
Yeah.
to buy.
Exact. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes,
Wow.
definitely.
Good point.
Yeah.
UX rin yun eh. UX
True.
rin na parang
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Actually, to Ragda's point, right? We pivoted from a chatbot to a mini program. That you have to also look at the data that you have because that's what we noticed when we were doing the chatbot. Like people would tend to just push buttons rather than talk to a chatbot. So
Mm.
based from that data, based from that observation, we knew that transactions, people wanted to have transactions, but they want it easy, not hard. So it has to be really frictionless, and that's how we pivoted it to
Nice.
the uh, mini app for ChatGenie.
You know, Pawi, parang naiisip ko, it's like, at times, Ren, you need help, but at times you can't articulate what you need. So it also
This is
helps,
like 90% of the time. Yes.
yeah. So it's like also better at times that, and again, I think there's a hesitation like, okay, I'm gonna talk to an app, so how do I do
Yeah.
that? So it's much easier if like you have the options, you already have the words, and all you have to do is click. So anyway, speaking of market, like the current state of e-commerce, and you said it really grew under the pandemic, like it was a state of force digital acceleration. So given this massive boom, so can you tell us like how's the current market state? Is the momentum still is it continuing, or are we seeing things settle down in 2021. Again,
Yeah.
the state of e-commerce, basically. Yeah.
We think the trend is not unique in the Philippines. I think
Yeah.
it's what's happening globally. Like right now, we're in a very bad shape, right? And
Yeah.
people, even though they want to go out, but if they keep on seeing RIP post on their newsfeed, I think they'll
Yeah.
think twice on going out. So I think the trend will continue, which this online commerce will continue to thrive. And right now, prior to pandemic, the your lolas, your lolos, your titos haven't experienced buying online, right? But right now,
Mhm.
it's the behavior is, oh, you want to buy something and then you
Yep.
don't want to go out, just buy it on Lazada, Shopee, and we think
Yep.
that's going to also you know get sophisticated over time. So right now, you usually have this apps, right, as brands where you go to if you want to buy online, but
Mhm.
that will eventually change. So if you are spending a lot of time on social media, brands will realize that rather than redirecting them out from social media to their marketplace listing, they'd
Mhm.
rather sell right inside these social media platforms.
Correct.
And I think
Integration, yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
something that we are actually banking on.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense given your platform. This again, like this concept of like a one-stop shop and just like really easing the process for everyone. So anyway, you're 1 year in. Just I guess more on the business side of things. So first of all, how's it been going? Obviously, this a little premature to ask, but kind of, have you have you been thriving, right? From a monetary standpoint, and why don't you talk to us a bit for people who are curious about like what's your business model, even like for a product like this, because for a service, because B2B. So I assume since you work with all these apps, you get commissions. Like, how does ChatGenie make its money?
Sure. I think I'll take this one, Nico. So, we are a SaaS company, software as a service company. So, our business model is we charge monthly subscription fees for
Oh, wow.
businesses that, yeah, for
Mm.
businesses that are looking to use our solution. Apart from it, we get an online payment margin. So, via our partners like Gcash, Paymaya, and then also we have like a very small fee every time a customer choose one of our online delivery partners. And then we also charge customization fees for businesses that are looking to customize their mini app prior to launching.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there are many sources where we get our commissions from.
Mhm.
But we want to make it as affordable as possible also, so that it's an easier sell for especially for small to medium businesses. Like we also have a free tier, a free subscription. Basically, when you sign up, you get the free version of ChatGenie. And if you
Mm,
want to
cool.
get more features, then you can upgrade to a paid version. But the free one, everyone can use it actually. If you have a store right now where you still do things manually, you can sign up in our website and open a free account, and you can start selling
Yeah.
immediately.
Just to add, when we say free, it's really, really free. No
Yeah.
upfront, no monthly
Yeah,
cost. It's
no
the
monthly
end
cost.
users. It's the customers that pay for the 10 pesos convenience fee.
Yeah.
Mm,
Ah,
Yeah, so
okay.
similar to other
Nice.
apps, right?
So,
So other apps they charge transaction fees also. Like even if you order, for example, with GrabFood, you get charged a transaction fee plus the amount of the product that you bought. So it's similar, but ours is very very small.
Yeah, very, very,
cool.
and it's very, very flat fee.
Yeah, affordable.
actually, if you think about it, I think based on like what Pao said nga na, like the past weeks we've been talking to a lot of um em, a lot of startups, and like I think the through line here is that many are really catering to the needs of MSMEs, because like we know ngayon
Yeah.
we know ngayon na pandemic, it's like a lot of businesses or a lot of people, they started to shift like they came up with their own MSME. So I think that's an admirable facet of like
Good point.
what startups are doing. So again, and everyone watching, we are accepting questions. So please feel free to drop questions in Kumu and give us diamonds along the way. So anyway, a question. I wanted to go global. So this idea of like integration, like making everything available via the app. Because again, sorry, not the app, but via the chatbot. Kasi again, I think that's a trend rin eh, like really cutting the journey, the user journey when it comes to e-commerce, making it as frictionless as you said. So where did you get this idea? Was it like something na you patterned to global trends, or was it something that you really customized based on the Filipino need?
Yeah. Actually, this is something that it's not a general, knowledge to everyone. But when it comes to e-commerce tech, retail tech, and even fintech, China is way ahead
Right.
compared to its counterparts in the West. Like they super, super ahead. So when we look at the trends, and this is actually during the time that we're frustrated on our chatbot product because merchants don't love it. Like they don't renew their subscription, right? And we are at loss at the time, and we developed these features already, and it will be a very big loss for us if we don't make use of it. So this is also the same time that we stumbled upon this trend in China, and
Mhm.
we saw how WeChat introduced mini programs like what Nico mentioned. Technically, WeChat is China's internet, right?
Super app,
Yeah,
Italy.
yeah.
Yeah, super
it's
apps.
nice.
And then we saw this trend also that whatever it is that happened in China will eventually happen here in Southeast Asia. Like Gcash, it's basically Alipay, right? In a local context.
Yes.
Live stream shopping, which was
Yeah.
started by
Yeah.
Tmall, right? Now we're seeing Lazada and Shopee doing live selling, and then
Even Kumu. Even
yeah,
Kumu is doing live
Even
selling.
Kumu,
Hmm.
right?
We can
So
actually
when
selling here, like
yeah,
guys, pamain
Yeah.
na lang. Kidding.
Roland.
and then when we look at it, oh, this mini program, this will eventually happen in Southeast Asia. So we have to
Mhm.
take this opportunity, have this first mover advantage, and then from there, yeah, we basically, well, we get the inspiration from WeChat,
Yeah.
but whatever it is we provided the local context for it to work here in the Philippines. So rather than having the e-commerce use case within WeChat, which only has 21% of the market share here. But
Mhm.
Messenger, we're a Facebook country, right? Still. So Messenger has a 92.1 market share. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Over
92.
90%
Yeah.
of
Wild.
Filipinos have Messenger already on their phones.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
figured we figured rather than having it within WeChat, let's have it within Messenger. And we know how it
Mm.
works because we used to have this
Great.
chatbot platform, right? So yeah,
Wow.
that's how
And
we came up with it.
yeah. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think even like a lot of people, they would whereas before they would text, now they like Messenger has become their text, and you're just leveraging that critical mass. Um, we always mention this when it comes to startups because it's always interesting to see like the vision going into the future. So this is obvious with yours because we're already referencing like super apps and stuff. But humorous that we can like take it step by step a bit. Like tell us how ChatGenie can scale. Why don't you tell people like what kind of services you offer now, and then where you can take it from there, even though you haven't necessarily decided where might
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
take
can
it.
tease us kung meron
yeah,
kayo mga ano,
yeah,
pasabog. Kidding.
yeah. When we say mini app per se, it's like an app within an app, right? If it's an app within an app, then it can do all possible use cases that you can do in a mobile app, right? Right now, we are focusing on e-commerce, but we can also do appointments. We can also do, imagine having a mobile wallet within Messenger, or maybe having,
Yeah,
having
yeah.
Kumu within Gcash or whatever it is, right? Or maybe a game within Messenger, and it's actually something that it's already
They have
existing.
those. I think they have those.
Yeah, we,
Yeah,
we have those. We have those.
Yeah, they
yeah.
So So those are the things that we can
Wow.
definitely do right in the future. And here's the good thing about this. This is not unique
Mhm.
in China and in the Philippines. In
Mhm.
fact, there are five super apps in India that
Mhm.
offers mini program to onboard businesses within their mobile app. So
Mhm.
Paytm, PhonePe, Geo, even Flipkart and Amazon, even Google India, they release Google Spot within Google Pay within their mobile wallet to allow merchants to have e-commerce transaction. So yeah, we are. I don't want to say cost because it's an overused word, but this is going to happen. It's not
Yeah.
going to be a trend because it's going to be like a way of life because in China it's already a way of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. And talking about scale, and talking about integrations, that's where we're seeing a lot of potential actually. We started initially with just offering this on Messenger. But our goal, our roadmap is to have everyone, every channel that people are in to be integrated with our platform. So we started with Messenger. We have Gcash now.
Yep.
So you can actually create a store inside Gcash. We recently launched Viber. We're also looking
Yeah.
at
That's huge here.
yeah, we're looking at Instagram and then other
Wow.
upcoming platforms like, for example, maybe TikTok, for
Mm.
Kumu,
Tristan's
for
YouTube,
example.
interested.
So
yeah.
yeah, YouTube.
Kumu,
So
maybe Kumu,
um,
right?
yeah, there's a lot. So integration and partnership with these platforms are really important and integral to our business for us to also scale.
Fantastic.
We've been talking a lot about globalization, like global trends, talking about China. But I wanna ask, like, when it comes to global interest, are we seeing global interest in your services? Like, are you getting like potential investors from abroad, or are you breaking into the
Mhm.
international market, like providing the same service to our neighbors in Southeast Asia?
We will not name the specific
Yes.
accelerator
Oh yeah,
program,
we
Whatever
get
you're comfortable with.
but
Yeah.
we got
uh,
accepted very recently. And that particular accelerator is a regional player, right? So
Woo!
we're
Congrats.
seeing we're seeing
congrats.
we're seeing our global plans to be accelerated maybe within 24 months, right? So that's something that we are really looking at. And speaking of that, there are actually interest from other players in
Yeah.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah. Please.
So we cannot name them yet, not yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, by the
and
way.
the
Yeah.
Forbes
Go.
article actually helped. The Forbes article actually helped
Exactly.
further spur interest in our platform. So we're getting a
Yeah.
lot of calls now from different groups.
I
Yeah.
just want to mention this. After we got
Mhm.
included in the Forbes article, we received at least five inquiries from investors.
Wow.
So five regional
Local
based,
and international, I
region
assume.
based, yeah.
Okay.
And
Region. Yeah.
I think this actually opened up the idea that, oh yes, this is already big in China and it's going to be big
Woo!
also in Southeast Asia.
Yeah. Wow. So
Nice,
again,
congrats.
yeah, congrats to
Thank
that,
you,
guys.
thank you.
Tristan,
Yeah.
Thank
uh,
you.
on that note, you guys have to report back to us how many calls you get now that you've been on Rapplers inside the industry. Of course. Yeah, we have a few connections here. Pretty legit. Anyway, amazing. So we were talking even before this interview. Maybe you want to delve into it slightly. Maybe about some of the local support you've been getting as well. I think you've been involved in some local incubators and programs.
Yeah, I think I should not forget about mentioning this. So we got actually accepted in Kubo's accelerator program. So actually, that helped us a lot. So they provided us with a lot of value in PR and also monetary, support, and also connection with potential investors, potential strategic partners, and we also getting a lot of support from other co-startup founders like
Yeah.
NextPay, right?
Shout out to
So
Yes,
Next
it's
who linked us up. There you go.
yeah, the
we're
founders
we're
are
friends
very
here.
very
Yeah.
supportive. Also
Yeah, yeah.
Paymongo, right? So
Yeah,
Paymongo,
shout out to Sia.
Mongo.
yeah, they're
They
very
were
very
also
supportive. Yeah,
Paymongo was also on the article, right?
yeah. So
Yes, yes, they are.
yeah, I think this paves the way for startup founders like us to give back
Cool.
in the community. Maybe support neophyte founders, identify them, potential traps, landmines, right, that they should look at, and eventually make a lot of unicorns in coming from this part of the world.
Woo! Nice.
Yeah. I actually want to bring up like a point that we had Pawi during our past episodes, like where you said support from other startups, and they said nga na you are availing of each other's services. So it's like it's a tightly knit startup
Yeah. It's
community.
like the tide that raises all ships, right?
Yeah,
Correct,
I
correct.
can mention this already, but I can mention this already because it's already out. So there are platform partners that will release their own accelerator programs, which should
Mm,
provide a lot of value to MSMEs, right? So what we're actually doing as co-startup founders, we are joining force together to come up with programs that will further help the ecosystem.
fantastic. Tristan? Wait, let's see if we have him. Oh, there you are. There you are.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay, go ahead, Tristan.
Help robust
Oh wait.
startup economy.
Oh
I
no.
think
Okay.
we're
Okay.
missing Tristan. Yeah.
Damn. I thought we had him for the rest of the show. We're almost there, guys. But this has been a fantastically flowing interview, by the way. And we're almost wrapping it up. So I'll take the questions for now. So speaking of trends, right, and like the bigger picture, paint us picture on like an industry, bigger global market scale. Where do you think e-commerce is headed, especially in the post-pandemic future, when like things are, it's no longer like you have no choice but to shop online. What are the trends you see, and what do you think are the services that these online businesses will need that you might want to start catering to around that time?
Yeah. Well, I'll start with one. One thing that we're seeing is the adoption of mobile wallets, online payments. Because ever since we've partnered with Gcash, we've seen a lot of transactions happening in through mobile wallets. So
Mm-hmm.
before, when we initially started, it was cash on delivery. I mean, it's still king, but we're seeing a trend where the adoption of payment online is growing. So people will have mobile wallets soon rather than cash on hand. So that's one trend that I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
potential growth in the future.
Yeah.
Ragda?
Just to support with that, actually the thing is, um, brands will realize that they should sell everywhere, right?
Mhm.
So back then the conventional way of doing it is you have to open up your Lazada, Shopee, or maybe have your own brand.com powered by
Yeah.
Shopify, whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right
Yeah.
right now, you should not be shy on having your sales channel within non-conventional e-commerce platforms such as Gcash, right? Imagine Gcash
Right.
having
Right.
you have your own store inside Gcash.
Yeah.
You have your own store inside Instagram. Well, people
Mm.
are selling on Instagram already, but right now, imagine having a well integrated store within Instagram. So,
Yeah.
we think that the
Definitely.
future is going towards that direction.
Nice.
So great answers. So I wanna aside from asking trends, I wanna know what trends you will be following in Chat Genie. So like what can we expect from you in 2021 and maybe even beyond. But 2021 muna.
Without revealing so much information.
It's okay,
Mm-hmm.
ano
Um,
lang. Pang tease
yeah,
lang.
yeah. So we are going to we are going to actually onboard a lot of merchants that are into retail. So right now, 80 to 90% of our merchants that sell within ChatGenie is F&B, food and beverage, right?
Mm,
But
okay.
we are also
Mm.
looking at data wherein there's a surge of interest coming from same merchants that are selling on Lazada and Shopee.
Yeah, yeah, that makes
So
sense.
so we are going to tap a lot of e-commerce enablers so that their brand clients can also use our channels to sell
Mm.
on the sales channels that we have. And then integrate a lot of features that they already use. So the thing kasi with China and West, right? Our digital marketing tools are still patterned from whatever it is that's popular in the US. Like you're using Mailchimp, CRM like
Mm,
HubSpot. So we're seeing opportunity wherein we can integrate all of those tools already on ChatGenie, so
right,
that
right.
whatever it is that they use
Nice.
on their daily operations, it's already available on ChatGenie. No
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to go out or having multiple tabs just to manage one aspect of your business, right? So that's
Mhm.
something that we're
Good
looking
thing.
at.
It seems, it seems
Yeah.
like in a way your positioning throughout has been like the best of both worlds, right? The patterns from the West that the market has already adopted, along with the innovations of the East. Well, excellent. I think that's the perfect way to wrap up your narrative. But last question, um, for all those out there who are watching, listening, aspiring tech founders, or even just small business owners who are looking to go online, what would your last bits of advice be, each of you?
Nico, start with that.
Okay, I'll start. My advice: don't be afraid to try out new things. I think in our current situation, you really have to try new things and explore new things. So that's what I would say. Like before, even before when I was working, right, as
Yeah,
an employee,
advertising.
yeah, it was a bit scary to jump from being employed to running your own business. I mean, there are hurdles that you have to, go through. But again, don't be afraid to try something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ragda?
Nice.
Same thing. Actually, to support what Nico said, and I think that's also what I can share. Just explore whatever it is that you can explore. Even though the resources that you think it's not yet available, but if you're really, really keen on, doing it, just take the leap and
Yeah,
figure it out afterwards, right?
fantastic. Nice. Tristan, you know what I'm
Leap
gathering
of
from all
faith.
this? Tristan, they worked in advertising. We worked in advertising. Does that mean you and I are gonna
So ano ba?
just
We take the leap na ba? We're gonna
Yeah, you should. You
this
should.
is
Go
our
go ahead.
last episode of Inside the. No, I'm just
So
kidding.
next
We're
week
not. We're
we're
never
we're
doing
launching
that.
our own.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the simulation. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Very fun conversation we've been having. We're not gonna let you go just yet. We're gonna wrap things up as we always do with our play of the week. So we talked a lot about work. Now it's time to talk about play. Any fun activities or recommendations for our listeners to unwind from the busyness of business? Who wants to go
Who
first?
wants to go first?
Nico, go ahead. Go ahead, Nico. I'll
I'll
let
go
you
You,
first.
Nico.
Okay.
Nico.
Um, what I can recommend right now is our play to earn games.
Mm,
So these
Mm.
are cryptocurrency based games. I know you've heard of Axie, right? But aside
yeah.
from Axie,
Scholar. A scholar.
um, there are a lot of play to earn games. So that's
What are you
something that
on?
you
Tell me.
want to
What games?
look
What games are you on?
uh, a lot.
Okay.
So you have Axie, you
All of
have
them. Joke.
Plants versus Undead, you have Crypto Blades, you have
Plants
Crypto
vs
Zoom
Undead.
and your stuff. So those things.
Not you're not on
Wait,
Gods
So
and
Plants
one
vs
Kings.
website,
Undead?
one website, Plants versus Undead. Yes.
Yeah.
Is
So
that like
one
Plants
website
vs
that you
Zombies
should look
or
at. Yes, actually they're patterning it around that. But one
Okay.
website you should look at
oh
want to research is playtooearn.net. So that's where I look at
Oh, that makes
games.
sense.
So
Wait, Nico, you You're not on Gods Unchained. I'm looking for people to play it. I tried Gods Unchained for
Right
a bit.
now, no. I have Splinterlands. I'm looking at some upcoming games
Ooh,
also. Fireland, for example. So
interesting.
I think I
Wow,
have
I didn't.
an account in Gods Unchained. I'm just
Yeah,
not playing it.
got it, got it. Okay, Ragda, how about you?
Me,
That was a lot from Nico. How about you?
yeah, I'm a very conventional gamer, but a competitive one. So I play a lot of Dota 2.
Oh,
Oh, Dota 2!
nice.
Snap!
Dota 2,
Professionals pala to
CS:GO.
eh.
Yeah.
No, no, not maybe between that, between that pro and amateur maybe. Um, and I also play right now. I can only do online poker, so I'm an amateur
Mm.
uh poker player,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm. Cool.
also yeah, that's what I do.
Nice. Games. I love wait, Tristan and I are loving these ones. Tristan, how about you? PC
Yeah.
game too?
Na-insecure ako ng konti kasi normally I give games but like for
I
this
know
week
he's
I've been
normally the
reading.
games guy. Go.
I'm normally the
Go, go,
games
go.
guy who recommends games, but like this week I've been reading lang. So I have this book. It's a book of short stories called Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory and Other
Oh,
Stories. So yeah, it's by Raffle Bob Waxberg. He's the creator of BoJack Horseman. So it's basically the same
Yeah.
kind of surreal humor, but also my poignant undercurrent that he transposes into these short stories. So most of them are love related, but it's not only that. So yeah, basta I think like the through line of all the stories, they're surreal, they're quirky, they're witty, they're funny. So I've been loving that book.
nice. And I have Tristan to thank because you gifted me that book. Remember, a couple
Yeah.
years ago. So yeah, it was a excellent read. I'll endorse that one. It's a good play of the week. Oh man, I did like a little like spinner in my head because I thought we were all doing games, but whatever. I'll stick to games. I'll stick to games in terms of trying something new and like what Ragda was saying, like conventional gamer. My girlfriend got me into. I know I'm super late to the game, but like Sudoku, like I just never did Sudoku before, and I'm like, oh, this is fun, you know. It's like the well, I guess you can't see, you know how Sudoku looks like, but I guess the I appreciate what Ragda said earlier about conventional games because I myself am just generally amused with games and game design, so I appreciate very clean, minimalist games. I also play board games, or used to when you could see people and stuff. So I would like strategy games with like very minimal stuff. So Sudoku is has definitely been keeping me good company throughout the past few weeks of this lockdown. So there we go. Thanks, guys. Chat
Yeah,
Genie,
Lucky
it's
na
it's been a
games.
pleasure. Best of luck to you guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Chat
Thank you
Genie.
very much.
yeah. Thanks for
Thanks,
having
Ragda.
us,
Thanks, Nico.
Thank
Before we
you.
say before we say bye, remind our audience how can they keep up with Chat Genie?
Nico. Go ahead.
Yeah, so visit our website, www.chatgenie.ph, and follow our Facebook page. So we're especially now we're posting a lot of content on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. Just search for ChatGenie. On YouTube also, we will be creating a lot of content for YouTube also, especially tutorials for merchants. So yeah.
Nice. And of course, as always, you can follow your hosts. I am mostly on Instagram at Pawi Fiction, Pawi Fiction. Tristan?
Same. I'm mostly on Instagram. That's Tristan Zinampan. I'm gonna add a Chat Genie to my DMs, so
There you go.
but I don't have to reply. But
I guess, yeah, I guess we
yeah,
chatbots is the way to go. Anyway, thank you again for joining
kidding.
us.
Yeah.
And we'd also like to thank Rappler's production team, Marga and Naoki, Ia from Rappler's community team, our creatives team, and of course our intern, Yana Padalina. Welcome to the Rappler team. And thank you all out there for listening. If you haven't already, please follow Rappler on all platforms. You can catch us on Kumu by following Rappler.com and follow Hustle Inside the Industry on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We bring you a new episode every Monday so you can start your week with a little motivation. Thanks, guys. See you
Yay!
there.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.